Okay, so we're following up. One of our wonderful fans sent us
Viewers.
a little montage of trucks that there's a trucking route, and a lot of these UK truckers are finding themselves attacked, like literally being attacked. So
they're trying to avoid Calais, where a lot of these migrants are becoming violent.
Right. 10 to 15 years with this immigration problem, it's become dangerous. When you finish loading your vehicle, you must put the TIR cord around, which hopefully prevents any kind of immigrants breaking entry into the vehicle. When you get to the back, you must have a seal on this cord. If I arrive in the UK and there's any kind of immigrants in there, that relieves me of £2,000 per person.
his fault, right?
I've seen guys in front of me have immigrants run across the road and dive under the trailer. They hide behind these hedgerows, and it's very easy picking for them to jump out straight onto your trailer. Sometimes, even when you're driving, I've had a brick thrown at the windscreen, hit the top left-hand side of the cab, and that is what we are up against here. When you see them cut the side of a trailer open, if they've got a knife, it's possible that they're going to use it if you're going to try and detain them. I've had my back doors opened when I was driving around the corner. I stopped just for a few seconds, turned right, and I could see my mirrors were full of them. They were chasing me, and one got the door open, jumped up in, and obviously one of his friends closed it. To jump in whilst you're on the move, I think that's desperate. Very. You're just coming down towards where we're now going to start to go through all the security checks. The checks now have got very, very stringent. They now check every curtain-sided vehicle. We will go through a CO2 check to detect if there's anybody in the trailer. Hopefully there's not. The trailer will be checked for any signs of damage, and if they see any kind of damage which they're not happy with, then they will look in the trailer.
Okay, so let's see some of these guys in action. Let's see, let's do this one.
Oh my gosh.
This was interesting because it goes back and forth to a protest saying, "Hey, let him in, let him in."
We actually have a viewer of ours that is a truck driver here in the United States, so I'm going to be very interested to see what Jason has to say about this, because I can't even imagine having to lose your cargo. I mean, it's just...
Bring them over! Let them in! Sounds very much like American, isn't it? Let them in. Don't build the wall. No walls.
Wow. And was that guy saying that the trucker is responsible when this happens?
$2,000 per person. Found in the...
You fucking little prick.
Yeah, well, you're not driving a truck now, are you? And that's not your cargo.
Some of this was probably, the jungle was torn down in October of last year, but there's another kind of village set up. And a lot of these...
They're like insects.
Good morning. So coming up, 2 immigrants are pulling cones across front of a truck, risking their lives as well as others.
Where are the police? I mean, wouldn't they be? It's just... So, yeah, there's not much you can say. Kind of the videos say everything. This one, they just kind of put things in the road.
Are they just trying to stop cars at this point?
I think so. And everybody has to go around them.
This is ridiculous.
Eventually, the police, they just have a party, right?
Let's just set some tires on fire.
So then you've got the police who come here in a second.
The policemen are on motorcycles because that's how they can get in, but then how are they going to arrest them? They're going to have to detain them until more cop cars can get there.
I wonder how many arrests really happened. So I wanted to bring you guys a couple of these videos just to kind of give you an idea of what I was talking about in the last video. You've got a lot of the people with just kind of a thug mentality versus just like the Muslim extremists. You've got these two ideologies, violence, anger, thug, crime, things like that. So when you hear about, like, somebody said in one of the videos I wanted to bring to you, a guy named Tim Pool, Paul Joseph Watson has paid for him or helping him investigate this stuff happening in Sweden. In one interview that he had with a Swede there, he said, it's really not that bad. I mean, like, before we didn't have any murders, so now we've had like 3 or 4, and so it seems like a lot. Well, here's the thing. That's like a 300 or 400% increase. And so a lot of Swedes haven't seen that kind of crime. So when you see it, it makes them really scared. Yeah, okay, so compared to Chicago,
It may not seem like that much, but to them it's a big deal.
Right. And when these particular people are moving in and they're bringing in a crime that was non-existent before, that is what really does make it is different. It is a difference. And so this is being pushed on everywhere you hear, open the borders, open the borders, open the borders. And I don't want to be without compassion with people who are having issues in their own countries. I don't have a lot of sympathy for people in like the oil-rich countries, because
I guess I don't have really any sympathies with the people that are the refugees or whatever you want to call them that are coming in are mostly young males.
right.
I'm sorry, I'm old-fashioned. If there are refugees, the women and the children go in first. And if they were letting in the women and the children first into these countries, 0 of this would be happening.
Right.
It's that simple. The fact that they're only letting in the young males really should be the biggest wake-up call to all of us.
Right.
Whether they're coming from Northern Africa, whether they're coming from the Muslim countries of the Middle East, it doesn't matter. You should see at least an even population of women, children, and old people.
In some of the refugee camps, I have seen some children and women fleeing. But in a lot of the videos,
the vast majority, what you're seeing
it's just
is
young males.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we showed when they were going over the fence in France. Craziness. So.
All right, you guys. So this is Leah Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks, where it's not a conspiracy theory if they're breaking into your trailer and stealing all your stuff in other countries. So I don't even know that I would want to be a truck driver after. But what other job are you going to get? I mean, seriously.
Right.
So, all right, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. Ring the bell for notifications so you can get more videos like this, and find us on Facebook. This wraps up our evening for March 3rd, 2017.
There's so much today, so many stories I didn't even get to today. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and I wanted to delve deeply into the Just Sessions and Valley Jarrett.
Yeah, it's very important stuff. Okay, guys, see you back tomorrow.